we've had a lot of hoo-ha and brouhaha, especially by the Brexiteers and more predominantly by the Brexit supporting press, especially for when we got the Canada agreement. And again, that was not a free trade deal, that was a rollover deal. The whole idea was that Canada said, okay, let's keep trade currently as it is while we discuss a new deal. That is not a free trade agreement, and at any point Canada can just go like that, and that's gone. We're trading with them on WTO terms. And we've seen the Japan deal that was done completely at speed, which overwhelmingly favors the Japanese side. We have also seen that this is probably going to be the case for the Australia and New Zealand trade deals as well. Trade deals done at pace that overwhelmingly favor favor them, not us, and this is going to have a massive impact. For example, the fact that it looks like that the Australian trade deal is going to have a massive trade deficit for us. Now, Brexiteers used to complain non-stop that we had a trade deficit from Europe and how it was a bad thing, but apparently having a trade deficit from Australia, somehow a good thing. Like I say, none of this makes sense. But more interestingly, of course, have been the recent moves with Mexico, because we also got a continuity agreement with Mexico, and the EU has just done a deal with Mexico, basically leaving our current trading agreement with Mexico completely, I mean completely, obsolete. And that is what we're going to get into today. So the much talk about the, quote, Aztec Brexit boom, hasn't turned out that way. So before we jump into that article, please do remember to hit that like, share and subscribe button. And of course, down below there is a link to my Patreon page, as well as a one-off donation link called Buy Me a Coffee, where you can, buy me a coffee. And as always, thank you to all the people who do support me that way. Now on with the article. So this comes from the Byline Times. The title is, "The UK's post-Brexit Mexican trade deal has been left obsolete." A £5 billion EU continuity trade deal with Mexico, hailed by Whitehall as a Aztec Brexit boost, has become obsolete after the EU signed a far more generous and comprehensive trade deal between its 27 member states and Mexico. The UK's trade deal, which was meant to replicate the existing EU deal with Mexico, will now face stiff competition from EU countries, which have negotiated better terms to sell their manufactured goods and other products to Mexico. The enhanced EU-Mexico agreement will remove any of the remaining customs duties, increasing regulatory cooperation and lower non-tariff barriers for EU companies. And according to a new report from the House of Lords International Arrangements Committee, the UK could now have to wait another 3 years to catch up with the EU, even if talks on a new agreement begin this year. At the time of this signing last December, the International Trade Minister, Ranil Jawaharlal, said that this deal is great news for business on both sides. It provides certainty for thousands of British firms who already export to Mexico, and is a new firm foundation for negotiating a new, more ambitious agreement next year. Together with our friends and allies in Mexico, we can now look forward to deepening and strengthening our trade partnership, boosting our businesses and creating better jobs in both countries. The House of Lords Committee, which has scrutinised the deal, has found a number of flaws within it. The evidence for this is, for instance, that British fruit and vegetables and Commonwealth banana growers could lose out in competition from Mexico. Senior motor manufacturers and traders also told peers that it was worried about the enhanced EU deal. In the absence of agreeing favourable trade terms with much improved upon the terms of the agreed EU-Mexico agreement, the EU-based competitors are likely to benefit from significant competitive advantages. The UK deal allowed Mexico to continue to export fruit, vegetables, and nearly £1 billion worth of precious stones and metals to the UK at advantageous rates. The UK exports cars, machinery, whiskey, gin, tea, and vinegar to Mexico. But while Mexico got immediate tariff concessions, the UK will have to wait until all domestic regulators are agreed in Mexico to receive the same. In the meantime, Scottish whisky and cars face a 20% upfront tariff, which is then refunded. The report also states that the UK made a huge concession to Mexico to import bananas, raising the quota from 2,100 tonnes to over 12,000 tonnes. The UK argued that as bananas aren't grown in the UK, it would not affect farmers and would be popular, as it would decrease the prices. But the House of Lords report states that the UK did not consider the effect on other banana exporting countries, including on price and in particular Commonwealth members that are classed as low-income countries or particularly dependent on banana exports. The UK decided not to implement an additional tariff which had existed in the old EU agreement, which protects domestic fruit growers during the summer and autumn from cheap imports from Mexico. Peers have also questioned how the government will monitor with the agreement with the states that it will be suspended if there is evidence of human rights violations among suppliers of goods. Civil society organisations have raised concerns about the alleged human rights violations for unsanitary working conditions for Mexican farm workers, and they have worsened under COVID-19. They said that the alleged human rights violations include claims of torture, abuse against migrants, extrajudicial killings, attacks on journalists and human rights activists. So, as you can see, this is not going to be good for our domestic growers, because obviously you've got to think it's not the right climate for certain fruit and vegetables, especially to be grown during the autumn and winter period. And as a result, if Mexico has again, it's got the right climate and now it can import all these extra stuff at very, very huge competitive margins, then this could potentially really affect our own fruit and vegetable farmers, especially during the winter seasons. You know, we've said it before, the more and more these deals are done at this ridiculous pace that the government insists on doing for the only pure reason to try and prove that Brexit is a success, by the way. I mean, one of the things that came out of the recent Norway debacle, for example, is that the UK actually said that it is not prepared to go and talk to the EU again until 2022. That's interesting. That's very interesting, because I've said a couple of times at the end of a couple of these videos that I highly suspect that, just as the Australians pointed out, that they are desperate to try and prove that Brexit is a success, and hence why I think at the end of the year there is going to be some sort of miracle magical paper that says, oh look how wonderful Brexit was in its first year, when it really wasn't. And I think that's their desperation to try and prove that Brexit was a success. Because remember, that's what this government was brought in to do, to quote, get Brexit done. But it will hardly be getting Brexit done if all the trade deals it is doing is negatively affecting British companies, meaning less jobs, less investment, and less money here in the UK. You know, this was something, again, that the Brexiteers were meant to be against. But they're all for it now. And as we've said before, this idea, the two big ideas in the Conservative Party are global Britain and, you know, levelling up. And the thing is, you can't do both without undermining the other. And it seems that they are determined to champion global Britain. Meanwhile, the levelling up agenda will be completely undermined by other countries who have far greater competitive advantages here in the UK because of the awful trade deals that we have signed. And of course, this government has shown absolutely no inclination of going to try and protect UK homegrown businesses and industries. So, thank you very much for watching. As always, please do remember to hit that like, share and subscribe button. And of course, down below there is a link to my Patreon page and a one-off donation link called Buy Me a Coffee, where you can, well, buy me a coffee. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.